Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 14 of What If Naruto Got His Memory Sealed Away. Remember to get this one to 300 likes as usual. Share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, stay in tune because I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto Was Raised by the Hyuga clan. So stay tuned for that and I do hope that you guys enjoy. And also, I already posted a new episode of What If Naruto Was Born in the Uzumaki clan. So go ahead and check out that and enjoy. And also guys, if you're new and this is the first time hearing my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So without further ado, what is to begin this new episode? Begin the intro. So, the last time we left off, Naruto was visited by Sai as Danzo was seeing his own morality as he wanted Naruto to become Hokage, knowing that in his death, Naruto will be the only one he trusts to become Hokage that would run Konoha properly. As the time went by, a month, as Naruto sliced the waterfall in half. After that he went to visit the Kyuubi. As the fox told him that Jiraiya loosened the seal, that is why he's getting so angry lately. And if he overuses power, he was going to get influxed by his chakra, and the rage is going to take him over and make him cannot decipher between friend or foe, and he's going to slaughter everyone around him. So Naruto will have to learn how to control the power, or even try and fix the seal. As Jiraiya told him, he could master the fox power by defeating the fox. But to think of that was a rather long shot, and the fox would not pull his punches for Naruto, as Naruto cursed. Heading back to Konoha, they spoke to Tsunade, as they told her what happened. After that, Naruto headed off as he really just wanted to relax right now, as he head to his apartment to see Teiwaya, as he was exhausted and wanted to lie down on his couch, but she was in his way, so he ended up lying down in her lap. Sakura and Ino started to hear chaos all along the village, as Teiwaya started chasing him down to kill him. Meanwhile, Kakashi was informed by Tsunade that he was going to be Naruto's watch. She knew that Naruto had the skills to become a Jonin right now, but he needed more missions, so she wanted Kakashi to be his mission commander for now. Some time passed as Naruto, Teiwaya, Shikamaru, Kakashi and Naruto as they were all going out on a mission. The moment they arrive on the boat, Teiwaya gets seasick. As Naruto and Kakashi start to talk, as Naruto asked him about his mother as he really wanted to know about her, as he told him about Kushina, as Naruto was happy to hear about his mother, seeing that he didn't really know anything about her. He already knows things about his father and hear things about his father, but the one he was most interested in hearing about his mother. As they were going to Kiri, the war is over at Kiri, and the new Mizukage sent out agreement, as the Mizukage doesn't have anything against the other villages. But they're going there to see the state of the war, and they want to know the demise of Yagra. How did it happen as well? As Kakashi also told Naruto that he could probably do something that neither him or Minato did, master the Rasengan by adding his own affinity to it, as Naruto thought about it. So yeah guys, that was basically last where we left off. You guys can switch across to the place and check it out for yourself. So what do you say we begin this new episode? So, Kakashi Sensei, we're basically here to perform espionage on Kiri. More or less, right? Kakashi's eyes were on his book. Yes, Shikamaru, why do you ask? He said. Well, Kaka Sensei, Naruto said, I don't really know. Maybe the fact is that we're out in the open where everyone can see. This is what I was talking about before my tuning test, said Naruto. Aren't we supposed to be ninja? Why the hell are we out in the open, in a probably hostile environment? Kakashi sighed and shut his book. Naruto, Kiri is home to some of the best sensory ninja in the elemental nation. If we tried that and we were caught, it could cause a war between our villages. And with both of our countries being weakened by war so recently, it could lead us to be attacked by one of the other open villages. So flat out espionage like what you're suggesting could start the great next ninja war. Point taken, Naruto said. So why are we going to Kiri again? Well, said Kakashi with a smile. The new Mizukage is instating an open door policy to the village until everything is back up and up. Mostly that immigrants and others that Kiri need can help and rebuild the stability of the village can enter easily. It's a pretty double-edged sword. Teiwai chuckled. The snake didn't have that kind of thing going for the hidden sound. That's for damn sure. That's not the most pleasant place ever. As Naruto smirked, oh I know, he said, as the both of them share a silent laugh between the two of them. So what exactly are we looking for, asked Shikamaru. I think Naruto's kind of right. If we get caught in looking around in things that we're not supposed to, we can get busted. And I don't think Chunin level ninjas get that kind of diplomatic immunity. You might, Kakashi-sensei, because you're a Jonin, but the rest of us are screwed if this goes out. Kakashi nodded too, which is why we're not really trolling for secrets or anything, just a basic layout of the land. Like I said, any reliable information here at all, even if it's a small estimation on how big the village is, that would be useful. Shikamaru sighed. So you're basically saying that we're supposed to be tourists? Ah, but the words you want to use is diplomats, Shikamaru. Fine, Shikamaru said, we're here to be diplomats then. As Naruto laughed at Shikamaru's expression. Yeah, you guys are meant to be tourists, but I'm here for the real deal. Erosenin said that Kiri was the birthplace of the Akatsuki. A good way to find out anything about them, Naruto said. Alright everyone, shape up, said Kakashi. We're gonna be there in 1 hour. All of these peoples are going to be on edge. Shikamaru, keep an eye on everything. You're the smartest of the three of you, and being able to piece together anything that seems off will be really needed. Teiwaya, do not antagonize these people. They just spent the last several years fighting a war with their own people. And a fresh foreign Chunin would just piss them off. Naruto, make yourself scarce. As Naruto saluted a smirk and then vanished. Huh? What the hell was that? Asked Teiwaya. Troublesome, Shikamaru muttered. 6 hours later. Kiri, hotel room. Alright Kakashi, where the hell did shithead go? Teiwaya asked as she hadn't calmed down since she walked in the village. Shikamaru made sure to keep a body between him and her the entire time. Mainly Kakashi's body, due to self-preservation. Why did you split him off? It doesn't make any sense, she said. Shikamaru was standing at the door. She's right. Why did he come all the way to Kiri? Just to go off before getting in here. And why didn't you tell us? As Kakashi was sitting on the bed with his little orange book. It seems like you guys just won't let it go. Alright, Naruto has an alternate objective from us. That has nothing to do with Kiri at all, really. As long as I state that we have another coming in a few days, we should see him very soon. And if we don't, well, I'm sure he will reach us somehow. But where did he go, asked Teiwaya. Fine. Naruto is on his way to the land of waves as we speak. What? Teiwaya shouted. Why the hell would you let him go off by himself to another country? Why the hell is he even there in the first place? That is Naruto business, said Kakashi. Until you see him again, he will probably tell you. If not, that is your concern. So just drop it, okay? And remember to record everything you see tomorrow. But he'll be back before you know it, Kakashi said, cutting her off. He'll be fine. 2 days later, at the shores of Naminakune. And then they made me their king, Naruto said, to a group of sailors huddled up around him. It seems like the other animals in the forest of death don't like those bastard spiders I told you about either. They were absolutely delighted when they found out I've been killing them for sport for the months. Well, I gotta go, Naruto said. Place to go, people to see, things to do. All that, you know. As the man didn't say anything, they just kept on looking at him. Naruto sighed as he left the ship. God, sailors are weird. As they all watched him walk away before one of them spoke. That was the kid that saved this place, isn't it? Yeah, after hearing that, the thought of that kid saving the country from one fat midget with a superiority complex, it isn't so far-fetched anymore. As Naruto was walking, Kurama spoke. You're really searching for a way to control me, kid. Do you think this place is gonna give you any advantage when the time comes? Well, I have to try, Naruto said. Unless you're generous, and you're gonna tie all your tails together, and place your hands behind you, and close your eyes and let me win. And it doesn't matter if you weren't full strength anyway, I don't think I'll want the victory. And besides, either way, I get to find out something about myself, so who cares? I still can't believe Kakashi let me go. Kurama scoffed. Oh please kid, that man's a sentimental sucker when it comes to anything regarding your appearance. All you had to do was seem interesting about your origins. As Naruto's face got serious, do you think Kakashi can dig anything up on the Akatsuki before I get there? Kid, I don't think him or you are gonna come up with anything. If your perverted of a godfather didn't come up with anything, what makes you think you and that Cyclops can come up with anything? Let's just say you're a sitting duck until they come to attack you themselves. Well, I'm not gonna let that flow, Naruto said. We know what they want. We know how they're gonna try and get it, and we know that they're ruling teams. I can't just sit back and wait. It's not gonna be that simple, kid. Until the time comes, I suggest that you train and prepare yourself. Until the time comes when we fight. I guess the both of us backs are turned against the wall. So I'll say this, after we're done here, you need to get your crap together, kid. Fight for me, fight for yourself, fight for the mission. You need to get strength for these reasons. And for all of the people that had put their necks on the line to get you this far. Naruto sighed. Let's just find this place before nightfall. We only have a short period of time to get what I need before going back to Kiri. At Kiri, Kakashi walked out of the building. That was a Mizukage? Oh sweet god, she's perfect, he said. And I swear she was hitting on me. Though that kid with the sword beside her kept glaring at me like I stole something. There's probably a story there between them or something. As Shikamaru and Teiwai make up with him. So Kakashi sensei, why were you looking all that gum smack as you left the building, asked Shikamaru. Yeah, are we getting kicked out of Kiri or what, said Teiwai. Shikamaru shook his head at the negative mindset of the girl. Oh, nothing at all, Kakashi said. Just some elite, high-ranking stuff, nothing you need to concern yourself with. As Teiwai saw something coming out of his pocket, she snatched it. What is this, she said. As Shikamaru looked over her shoulder. No way, is that? As Teiwai looked up at Kakashi, as Shikamaru spoke. Is this a Mizukage personal information? Address, full name, and are those measurements? As Teiwai looked at him. How did you get these scraps, she said. As Kakashi turned and grabbed the paper away from her. She must have slipped it in my pocket when I left. I know that wasn't any traditional Kiri farewell. As he scratched his side of his face, I'm Kakashi Hatake, he said, and that's all you need to know about that. Come on, this is a rare opportunity for you people to see a foreign village, let's go. Why is everyone so confused on Team 7, Shikamaru asked himself. First, Sasuke goes clinically insane and goes to Orochimaru. And then Naruto runs through the entire graduating class like a hot knife through butter. And now this. That whole team's a big pain in the ass. Meanwhile, with Naruto. Man, I should have gone to visit Tazuna, Iniri and Tasumi. But, it's business, Naruto said. A flock of bats then fly into his face so he tried to brush them off. But they weren't leaving him alone. Screw off, he says. He grabbed one of them, but it melted into ink. What the? Ink? As he turned to see two black and white tigers coming at him. Naruto pulled his blade as he slipped right under one of them, stabbing his sword right into the tiger's tiger went right in his sword as it exploded into ink as he flipped over, slicing the next one to pieces. Naruto then pulled the kunai as he spun around and added wind chakra to it as he thrust the kunai. Side tilted his head as the kunai split right through the tree. He came out of it with a smile on his face. I must say, your reaction time is fast. Oh, sigh. I wish I could say it's nice to see you, but that would be a lie. Especially after just attacking me with those tigers. I assume it's your animals. Yes, Naruto says as he rolled his scroll up. I have to make sure you weren't getting rusty, and I have wanted to fight you for some time now. Naruto looks Sai over. Hey, you're my age. Why don't I ever remember seeing you around? You never work on a team. Danzo-sama had you work solo mostly. And besides, no one en route know each other that wasn't regular partners. Other than that, I did not appear until I was 9, when your ill-fated mission on the Hidden Sound happened. So, what do you want Naruto asks? You should know the reason to that, Naruto. After all, I'm the reason you're here in the main place, I said. Flashback. The night after Naruto returned from Sukinokune, Naruto slowly dragged the Kyuubi chakra out of the seal as he was meditating the forest of death. I'm missing something. Eros-Sennin is holding out on me, he said. Well, after our little chat on seal, he shouldn't try anything stupid with them. Especially since I'm learning about them now. Hello there, Naruto. As Naruto didn't even flinch. Hi there, Sai, Naruto said. Did you have fun tracking me down? Well, Sai said, releasing that sigh of his own. It wasn't the tracking you down part was difficult. It was fighting through all of those spiders. As Naruto turned towards Sai to see a bit of guts over his clothes. Spider guts. As Naruto grinned. Never been in the forest of death before, huh? Now, why are you here? Well, I have something that might interest you. Danzo-sama is aware of your issue with utilizing the Kyuubi's chakra. Wait, what? How does Danzo-ji know about that, Naruto asks. Naruto raised his hand. You know what? Never mind. I know how he knows. If you guys were not on my side, never mind, he said. We have information on a place you might be interested in knowing about. The Lost Village. That went by the name Uzo. The village hidden in the whirlpool ties. Go on, said Naruto. This village is well known for its art in Fuinjutsu, one clan above the rest, in particular. I can tell that Danzo-ji trained you, Naruto said. You both have that same annoying thing. Just stating half of the facts. Get to the point, already, Naruto said. It was your clan, the Uzumaki clan of which I speak. The entire village was so fear of its difficult art, the Fuinjutsu in war, they were wiped from the map in war times. It is currently located in the land of whirlpools. As it turns out, your last name used to be feared in the shinobi world with seals. I never ever heard or seen that place on the map before, Naruto said. Yes, you have. In fact, you've been there before in the past, whether you knew it or not. It was renamed. You now know of this clan as Nami no Kuni, he said. As Naruto clenched his fist. You knew this already, didn't you? He asked. The Kyuubi slowly opened his eyes. No, I didn't, he said. Bullshit, Naruto said. You pretty much waved it in my face the entire time. So what do you have to say for yourself, Kyuubi? But Naruto heard silence. Kyuubi? As Naruto heard snoring. Damn you, Kyuubi! You miserable, big fuzzy asshole! Wake your ass up so I can rant at you, Naruto said. Naruto sighed as he looked back over at Sai. So, alright, I actually did have a clan. We had a different village, then it got wasted by people who were feared our sealing skills. Well, that settles it. I'm going to Nami no Kuni the first chance I get. End of flashback. Yeah, I suppose that's true, Naruto said. Hey, can you stop smiling at that, Naruto said. Look like you're gonna do something really scary when you do that, you know? I am trying to learn more about emotions, so maybe I can be useful on the outside, much like you. So that I may support you in your endeavor to become Hokage when time comes. Wow, Naruto says. He walked and placed a hand on Sai's shoulder. Danzo really broke you like the rest of them, didn't he? I see we have a lot to work on, but that's okay. Naruto-senpai has got your back. He looked around, and now I am lost. I presume you're here to tag along with me. For what reason? Correct? As Sai nodded. Well, since you're waiting for me, I suppose you know the rest of the way, Naruto asked. Sai nodded as he turned. That is right, Naruto-senpai, he said. I have the coordinates of the former location of Uzo. Really? Naruto said, giving Sai an amused look. Did you really just call me Naruto-senpai, he said. Seriously? Yes, I did. Because I realize you're technically correct. You are my senpai in truth. You have more experience than me, not just in root, but as a ninja overall. So it's only appropriate that I refer to you as my senpai. As Naruto wiped a fake tear from his eye. That was beautiful, Sai, he said. I think this is the start of a beautiful friendship. So, where do we go now? Sai pulled himself from Naruto's grip. We're heading the wrong way, senpai. Follow me. You know what? I don't like your attitude, said Naruto. Meanwhile, at the hidden rain, this is too well of an opportunity to pass up. The Nine-Tail would be the most guarded out of the 9. But rumors have been placed on the island of Naminokune, too far from to get assistance from Konoha. I have Zetsu following up on this lead. Upon hearing about his location, I will dispatch agents to capture him. Yes, Pain-sama, as you wish, a voice said. As a pair of legendary eyes could be seen, it is only a matter of time before my will shall be carried out. The world will know the true meaning of pain, and I will be known as a god that will be leading this world to peace, one way or another. Time skip, Teiwai let out a huff as she watched Kakashi and Shikamaru as they just finished at a restaurant. This tourist crap is lame. Alright Kakashi, tell me, when is shithead getting back? At least if he was here, this would be mildly entertaining somehow. Kakashi let out a sigh. For the 10,000th time, Teiwaya, he will come back when he come back. I'll know when he's on his way and I'll let you guys know. Teiwaya grumbled as she crossed her arms. Shithead better have a damn good excuse for ditching us like this. Whatever, Shikamaru said a yawn, you troublesome woman. All I know is this is my kind of mission. No fighting, no running around. Just relaxing and doing nothing. Maybe I should try and go on more missions with Kakashi-sensei and Naruto more often. See Teiwaya, Shikamaru's the right idea here, said Kakashi with a eye smile. She groaned as she slammed her head on the table with a thud. Meanwhile, as the two figures walk along the ruins of the old village, Naruto created clones and Sai created ink rats for them to investigate. As they kept moving to the center of the village to the massive buildings in the center of the village, Naruto whistled. This place is huge. When did this place fall? It's just as big as Konoha. It fell in the Second Great Shinobi War, said Sai. This village had many enemies. The hidden sand, the hidden rain, the hidden stone. They all combined their forces to destroy this village. But Konoha was too late to do anything about it. Your clan was scattered to the wind and Konoha was destroyed. That's a very morbid way of describing things, Naruto said. We have to work on how you explain things. If it wasn't me or any other root guys, they would have been freaked out by the way you said that. But that is the facts, Naruto-senpai. Uzu was destroyed by the combined might and the effort of two of the great in the villages, and one of the minor ones that is now being led by Salamander Hanzo, probably one of the strongest men alive today. Bullshit, said Kurama. Huh? What do you mean, Kyuubi, Naruto asked. I know Hanzo, he beat Erosenin, Orochimaru, and Tsunade back in the day. Why wouldn't he be the strongest, Naruto asks. Because the strongest man alive is definitely not Hanzo the Salamander. Hanzo is a small fly compared to the man that is truly powerful. Which you gotta go farther back in the history for that. You're not even close to who the strongest is. So then, why don't you just tell me, so we can end this conversation, Naruto said. Because I intend to kill the strongest man alive myself. I truly hope you challenge me before we run into him, so I can kill you and then take my anger out on him as well. You know, you're too angry, Naruto said. Why can't you just be nice and help me? Look on how many nice things I've done for you. I just can't let you go because it would kill me if you came out with a seal. But you're not even that nice. And also you would try to destroy Konoha. No, I wouldn't, said Kurama. Wait, what? Run that by me again. I don't think I heard you correctly. You heard me, kid. If I was released and weren't already in your puny village, I won't touch it. I have more important things to worry about than the weak mortals that populate your town. There was something out there more important to him than destroying the place that had been his prison for years. Naruto was confused. Naruto-senpai, you alright? Naruto-senpai, do you need to rest? Naruto was snapped back into the real world by Sai's voice. You were just walking ahead blankly when I tried to get you to stop. I thought I had to do something physically to make you stop. Sorry about that, it was just some Jinjutsu stuff, you know. Sai nodded. Come on. We've arrived at the main buildings as they enter through the doors that were blown off. I'm still grateful that that man didn't turn you into a tool. I can just imagine that kid's head. It is probably just blank. as Naruto mentally agreed with Kurama as they went inside to continue the search. Naruto whistled. The inside was even worse than the outside. Father Time really took a hammer to this place, didn't he? Naruto said. It can't be helped, Naruto-senpai. This general era is where they made their last stance, I can see. It must be an amazing battle, I said. Well then, where are the bodies? The blood? The weapon? Naruto asked. Anything. I mean, yeah, this place has broken down. But I don't see anything of past warfare. The room was a spiral center, with staircase on the wall, but they were collapsed. No big deal, they could walk on the walls, shall we? Naruto said. As they started to run a wall, before an invisible force smashed into the both of them that sent them colliding back down to the ground. As a sealing array covered the entire place. As the place started to shake. Don't tell me the place is coming down, Naruto said. We should have expected this. A village that is greatly known for their flowing jutsu must have set up traps. Any use of chakra must have set it off. The floor then opened up as the two of them had to jump away. As a large statue came out. But it did not move or do anything. It was of an old man. He had on a headband for Uzu. Armor that looked like the deeds of the first Hokage. So what, Naruto asked, are we just supposed to sit here and admire the pretty statue until we die of old age in here? Maybe that's how they killed the invaders, locked them in here with this big stone guy, and bored them to death. Do not let your guard down, Naruto-senpai. We are still in grave danger here, Sai said. I know that, Sai. It's just when I say things like this, it's like I piss off some deity who loves to mess with me. So I'm just hoping that something big will happen. So you're intentionally trying to piss off a deity to make him do something bad to you? Yeah, if you haven't forgotten, I have a team. And if I'm gone too long and they return to Konoha without me, I could be deemed as a missing nin. We need to get the hell out of here. How we're gonna do that is another question entirely. The wall seemed to repel chakra. Using chakra in here might trigger another trap, I said. One that is even more fatal the next time. Maybe it's me, Naruto said. What is you, Naruto-senpai? Asked Sai. I mean, bad stuff always happen to me on missions. If I get a C rank, you better pack for a rank because it's always gonna be bumped up with some problem or some other shit. You know what? Screw it, Naruto said, as he let out a massive pulse of chakra. As Sai looked around, nothing's happening, he said. I'm not blind, you know that? The both of them had to jump as the statue nearly crushed them with its feet. The guardian statue turned itself towards them, its body making weird noises as the stone moved apart. Yeah, deity. Keep on cursing me, Naruto said, looking up. Sai pulled out his scroll. As he started to draw, birds came out of it, but the statue simply swatted them away as they turned into ink. Sai, ink won't hurt the damn thing. You gotta have another juice you can do, right? Sai shrugged as he pointed at the statue. Naruto had to jump away as the statue brought down his fist that smashed into the ground, shaking the entire building. As Naruto leaped upwards his sword as he swinged it dangerously towards the statue's head as the blade was covered in wind chakra. But the moment it touched, it was a sealed array that appeared. With great violent force, it blew Naruto away. Naruto bounced on the ground. Damn it, he cursed as he picked himself up. It has the same seal like the walls do. Please tell me you have something that can break stone. As Sai shook his head no, as Naruto dodged the statue. Damn it, Sai. Some backup would be nice at the very least. Sai shrugged and pointed as Naruto heard stone sliding once more. You gotta be kidding me, Naruto said, as the statue had a stone sword in its back that just unsheathed. Naruto reached into his pouch and pulled out explosive tags and threw them to Sai. As Sai grabbed one of them, attached to a kuna and threw it right in the statue's face. The thing exploded, but the statue walked out of it like it was nothing. You got to be kidding me, Naruto said. If I use demonic chakra, I'd probably absorb it as well. Damn it, he cursed. Naruto-senpai, how good are you at flowing jutsus? I asked. I don't know, only Eriseni is able to gauge my skill properly, and I haven't seen him in a while. Why, Naruto asked. Sai started to draw on his scroll. What if you're able to get a good look at that sealed array on the statue? Would you be able to break it? It's worth a shot. What do you have in mind? Sai didn't answer. Instead, he released the ink beast from his scroll. As they started to mess with the statue, not directly touching him as Naruto created clones, as he saw the sealed array appear 4 seconds at a time. As a seal narrator appeared, Naruto write everything down. Sai, I need you to give me a moment or two. Sai created bats that melted the ink right on the statue's face, blinding it, as the statue started to swing his blade around. Ah, Naruto said as he finally came up with something, as he placed his stuff away, as he had a sealing tag in his hand. As Naruto channeled chakra to his feet as the statue turned towards him. As it came at him, Naruto held out his hand. Wind release, divine fist of the wind god. As soon as Seal Nare appeared, Naruto rushed in with top speed as he slammed it right on the statue and slamming one on himself. Sealing technique, dominance of personality. Seal. Naruto and the statue got in a dull yellow glow around their bodies. As Naruto glow became rather bright while the statue started to fade away. As Naruto raised his own arm, as the statue arm raised as well. Yes, Naruto said as he celebrated. Hey Sai, get over here quick, I don't know how long this will last for. As Naruto walked forward and so did the statue. As the statue leaned his hand down as Naruto and Sai got on it. As Naruto thrust his hand up as the statue threw them straight up to the top. As Naruto and Sai ended up keying right through the door, breaking it down. Once they were in the room, Naruto raised his hand. Kai, he said. As he glowed bright yellow before it faded away. What was that, Naruto-senpai? Sai asked. It's a new seal of mine. I read that Fuinjutsu masters come up with their own stuff, so I make a seal of myself. I was going to test it in front of Shikamaru to piss him off, but this was the perfect time to use it. The winner ends up with temporary control over the loser's body. Sai nodded, but are you sure you should have released it? What the hell is it gonna do all the way down there, Naruto said. As they saw the statue trying to climb the wall, but then it dropped down as they try again. Let's get the hell out of here, Naruto said. As he pointed at a bridge, linking the towers, as they went across it. Meanwhile, at Kiri, Teiwai was on the edge of a cliff playing her flute, as Shikamaru was just lying down looking out of space. Kakashi had told him to search the surrounding areas, and just took in the village. They could feel the envoys watching them, but Teiwai didn't really mind. Kakashi went off saying that he had Kakashi's stuff to do. Teiwai finished her song. How long are we going to be here? I want to go home already, this is boring, she said. Shikamaru simply ignored her as he looked at the clouds. Are you listening to me, you lazy bastard? I'm trying to speak to you here. I know that, but I don't have the answer to your question, or anything I could say that could make you feel better. And it would be too troublesome to try and wrap my brain to come up with something. She grumbled. Shithead would have tried. It's always shithead this or shithead that. You haven't stopped asking or talking about Naruto since he left us outside of Kiri. If you're that worried about him, chain him up when you get back. Or marry the guy or something. He laughed to himself, yeah. Then you'd have a binding reason to be so troublesome about him. Shikamaru then gasped out as a heel was placed into his stomach. As Teiwai glared on at him. Don't say that about me and shithead. It will never work out. He's a shithead, she said. Calling him names just show me that you care, said Shikamaru, in a rather painful tone. You might as well call him Naruto-kun. Who am I kidding? You probably soon call him Naruto-kun. A grunt escaped his throat as she started to stomp on him. Shut up. There's nothing between me and shithead. Shikamaru coughed. Your mouth said no, but your heel says yes. Teiwai got tired of stomping and she sat back down. Hey, you're friends with him, right? Why is he so good and you're so not? You're the same age, right? I don't know. 8 months ago, we were forced to fight him all at once. Everyone from our graduation class. We didn't know that he was that good, seeing that he beat us all. Well, I could have told you that was going to happen. You were all what, Jenny? That guy was powerful even years before this. He made me think that Konoha was super powerful if all kids like that were strong. What? Naruto was never much in the academy, said Shikamaru. It was scary seeing how his power came out like that. No one can tell where it came from. Well, he was like that for a while. When I first fought the bastard, he was probably in the academy. That was what made me scared of Konoha. If an academy student was that strong. You know the curse mark that little punk Uchiha has, right? Well, all of us had it on, and we knew what we were doing. We were going to lose if our fifth man didn't show up and give us the advantage. Shikamaru was confused. How many years ago was this? I'd say about 6 years or slightly less, she said. Wait, what? He said as he stood up. You're telling me that Naruto fought you and your team when he was 8? That's impossible. He first enrolled in the academy at the age of 8. I'm only telling you what happened. He had on a weird white mask, but he got carved up in the fight. The blonde hair and whisker marks were a dead giveaway when I saw him again though. I thought I saw my life flash in front of my eyes when I saw him again, thinking I was going to die. I was more worried about fighting him, more than you and your fat friend at the time though. Shikamaru sighed. Why do things have to be so troublesome when you're involved, Naruto? Who exactly are you? Meanwhile, at Uso. See, I told you, Naruto said, as he and Sai had some cinch mark on their clothes. It was like that entire top room was just made with traps alone. And most of it came onto me. Screw you, deity. Keep on mocking me, okay? He said. Well, Naruto-senpai, if you keep on cursing deity, he's going to try and harm you every time. As Sai winks as he touched a cut on his side. Maybe that was a training field for the Uzumakis or something. As they made their way towards the administrating building, as he saw a lot of skeletons in there. Of course, there was another seal, as he tried to roast them alive. Lucky enough, Naruto saw it and managed to bypass it. Upon reaching the main office, it was ransacked. There was nothing. The place was empty, the vault had been stripped bare. They then run to the next tower, which was filled with a large amount of traps yet again. Are you okay, Sai? Naruto said, seeing Sai wrapped himself with bandage. Because you don't have a 6-foot furry beast inside you like I do. Screw you, kid, said Kurama. They're just flesh wounds, senpai. I'll be fine, said Sai. So Sai, did Danzo let any girls join Root? Because I told him about that. It was a real Sachi's fest back then. Yes, Root has girls, Naruto-senpai. Riva-san is a girl, as is Maki-san. They came up around the same time you did, and they are probably the same age as you. How did you not notice them? Wait, what? Maki and Riva are girls? Damn it, I was never able to tell. Maki always kept her hair so short and wore baggy stuff. Riva didn't sound like a girl, or did she have a figure at the time? And to make it worse, they always wear their masks, like they would lose them if it wasn't attached to their faces. Sai gave Naruto a fake smile. That just means that you were more concerned your work, Naruto-senpai, he said. Hey, they're still alive, right? Sai nodded. Ever since you were captured, Danzo-sama has scaled back on our mission intake. Losing you when he did gave him a huge hit. A lot of the operation he had planned were centered around you. He had to revamp everything. And right down to the training, to pick up the slack. Naruto frowned as he looked over the tower. I think I should sweep for traps before we go in, since we almost died twice now. As he created 6 clones. Go in 2 at a time and scout out the building for me. The clones saluted and ran off to the building in groups of 2. As the 2 of them turned around to the tower, the entire thing exploded. I was just kidding when I said it would probably explode. Oh, well then, Kyuubi and Julike, you weren't caught up in my blasts. Well, I guess we're gonna have a lot more fun. Both Sai and Naruto look up to see a man with long blonde hair flying on a bird, with his band covering one of his eyes. He had a scratched out hidden stone headband on his head. Oh shit, Naruto said, as he noticed a black cloak with red clothes on them. Do you know this person, Naruto-senpai? Sai asked. Nah, but he's wearing the same stuff that Itachi was wearing when he attacked me. Last time they came to capture me. I'm guessing it's the same thing this time, since he hasn't tried to blow up the bridge and drop us in the whirlpool. So, he's after the Kyuubi, said Sai. Yeah, probably, Naruto said. What am I talking about? Yes, he is, Naruto said, as he pulled his blade from his back. I don't have anything that can hit him from here. He's too far up, Naruto said. We need room and to go up on top of towers. But we can't use chakra on our feet to walk them up. Don't worry about that, Sai said, as he created a large ink bird, which he hopped on. Get on, Naruto-senpai, he said, as Naruto jumped on the other one. Sai, you can fly, Naruto said. Wait, where the hell did we walk then? We could have been here hours ago. It needs chakra to do so. And I don't like to waste chakra when I can just run, senpai, he said. How many hits can these things take? Probably 1 or 2, Sai said. We need to get out of here, Naruto said. Oh, so you're gonna run away, said Deidara. I hope your art is effective as mine. As he sent out multiple small clay birds out at them. As Sai was able to maneuver around them. But Naruto didn't know how to fly this bird, as he got surrounded by them. As Deidara smirked. Guts! Naruto jumped from his own straight over the sides, as the explosion destroyed his own ink bird. Who the hell are you, Naruto asked, as Sai was flying, trying to lose him. Does it matter? I'm still going to catch you whether we're on a first name basis or not. Well, I try to make the habit to learn the people names who want to suck out the biju out of me and leave me as a husk on the side of the road. Well, when you put it that way, I am Deidara, the master of art. But your friend's art cannot be compared to my own, but with the assistance of his own, it can probably go up in a huge explosion. As Deidara made more clay birds and sent it towards them, as I shift them out of the air. Senpai, I am not good at fighting in the air like this, and this will get its toll on me if we fly for too long. Naruto frowned as he tried to rock his brain. We're not long-range fighters. But this guy's just messing with us, that damn S-rank ninja, superiority complex. Let's take advantage of that, shall we? As Naruto tossed a kunai at Deidara, who dodged it, as the kunai exploded in the distance. Sai, get me close. Are you sure, senpai? As Naruto nodded. Alright then, here we go, said Sai, as his bird went in close, as he pulled his own tonto. They sliced at Deidara as their pass, but Deidara twisted his bird. Nice try, noticing that I'm a long-range fighter. But you have to be faster to catch me, he said. As Naruto whispered something to Sai, Sai created a bunch of bats that came at Deidara, but Deidara dodged all of them. As the bats went over his head, Naruto threw a kunai towards Deidara. As Naruto went through hand sign, lightning shuriken, as the bats dropped their own kunais, as a lightning storm engulfed around Deidara. Even though that, Deidara was able to swift out of it, as Naruto pulled out a ceiling tag that was black, as he channeled demonic chakra into it. As he saw that Sai was beginning to sweat. Sai, can you keep them for a little longer, he said. Just a little more time is all I need. Keep us close. I will do my best, Naruto-senpai, said Sai. As Sai got them close, as Naruto leaped from their bird and made an attempt towards Deidara. Deidara threw a lot of insects, explosive insects towards Naruto, who ran through hand signs. Wind style. Whirlwind pyramid, he said. As all of the insects were blown away, as Naruto landed on Deidara's bird. Naruto sent a kick towards Deidara, who blocked it, as he kicked Naruto off of the bird. As Naruto was falling, Sai swooped in and catched him. Good save, Sai, Naruto said. But Sai said nothing as Naruto turned to see Sai had fell unconscious on the bird. Burst into ink, Naruto grabbed Sai's hand as he pushed off the Winjutsu and smashed into the side of the building. As Deidara looked, nice save. I thought I was gonna be chewed out for killing you. As Naruto simply smirked as Deidara heard that sizzling sound as the black tag was on the wing of the bird. Boom! As Deidara jumped, it was like a mini sun from where Naruto was. I can see why now Eroseni was so reluctant on teaching me to make explosive tags. My new construction. It looked like a demonic hell, son. Now that was some nice art, said Deidara, as he was now on his C2 bird. To think a runt like you could actually make me pull this out, he said. Oh, come on. I mean, really? S-class ninja or not, C2 dragon, Naruto said. I can see why Kisame or Itachi found a little bit to take you. But it doesn't matter now, your friend is unconscious and you have nowhere to run. As Naruto saw that Sai was out from chakra exhaustion. As Naruto cursed, he couldn't use his chakra because the building would repel chakra from in or outside the wall. How did this place even get conquered again? And this guy was just flying around. It was hard to pin him down. Now then, said Deidara as his dragon opened its mouth and spit out many smaller dragons that flew at Naruto with tremendous speed. As Naruto looked at the edge of the roof, whether we end up in hell or heaven, Sai is gonna be really pissed when he wakes up. As Naruto jumped off the building, along with Sai as he landed in the raging waters as he got swallowed up by the whirlpool. As Deidara watched a massive sweat drop. Sorcery is really gonna kill me, he said. But guys, will be in this episode right here. If you want the next part of this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also go ahead and check out the new episode of What If Naruto was born in the Uzumaki clan. And enjoy that, guys. And later on, I'm going to be giving you a new episode of What If Naruto was raised by the Hyuga clan. So go ahead and enjoy that. And remember to stay in tune and click that red subscribe button and become part of the anime making family. And thank you for all of your help and your support, and turn on that bell notification to say it's posted and see whenever I post, guys. So thank you and for all of your help again, but for now I'm out. See you guys soon. Peace.